Okay, so we're gonna have to do 2 videos at least on this. So pulled out the tail lights. This is on a RX 06 rx400h, and give you a little close up here. So what happens is you can get leaves and dirt up. They'll get down between the hatch and the body, and they'll drip down in here, and they'll pile up underneath this guard here. This guard sits down in here, right? So they'll get up underneath there, and it'll allow water to sit right here and dribble down inside this screw hole. Okay. Also, this is your tail lights. So you got tail light mount stud here, here, and here. Okay. There is a rubber gasket on the tail lights, but if you've ever worked with tail lights, and then you got a liner pin. Now, if you ever work with tail lights, you know the seals are garbage and they always leak. So anyway, this is a liner pin, but the problem that you're going to have with this is that it can leak around the outside of it. This is a grommet just to fill a hole, so you got to seal that, right? Here's a snap connector for the guard here, the beauty cover, and it slides down onto this grommet here. And then you got some tape, double sticky tape. So coming up on the top, I'm not going to pull the seal. The seal's good on this thing. I don't think it's got any leaks through the seal. I'm looking at it and it's good. Looking at the top, the seal's pretty solid. No cracks in the seal, it's not loose. But these things are a different story. They just wiggle around. And if you can look at them, there's just this little tiny seal. See it? That's all that seals that up. So I'm sure they're leaking. So they're going to get cleaned. They're going to get sealed. Everything I just showed you is going to get sealed. We don't want any more water getting in the back of this truck. Now, my reference in the prior video with the tail lights, what happens, you roll down your window, you create a vacuum in the car, and it'll actually allow water to suck through all these holes. Now, that's not the problem I'm having with this thing right now. I'm sure it was happening when I was driving it. This thing's been sitting for months. What we're having is a problem with water dripping into the back of the cab. Not a lot, just a little bit. So we'll get this resolved. And like I said, inspect your subframe, body pieces. Make sure these seals are good. Or your body pieces, excuse me. See them. Just go through and look at them all. Make sure they don't have any cracks where you can see some dirt and water's been coming through. And then to access these tail lights, you got to go through here. You're going to need a really expensive wrench. So Cornwell is $350 for this set that allows you to do this. The reason why these come in handy, and I've only used them once in 2 years, or twice in 2 years, is because getting into these screws here, I'll just show you. The screws are going to be, you got 2 layers of steel here. The screws are going to be hiding. You'll see. You're not going to be able to easily get a socket on them without removing this plastic garbage. You don't want to do that, so that's why you have specialty tools. So hopefully these 2 videos help people out dealing with the leaks, because I haven't seen anybody cover these exterior protrusions on the body. I've seen videos where they cover the seal leaking on the door, so that's another thing you want to check. And the windows. Now, I've did a video in the past on these windows. There's a frame here, beauty cover, and I've sealed these because mine were missing. Completely sealed underneath. There ain't no water getting through these. You check your door seals too. Make sure they're doing their job right. These door seals have all been, reseated a long time ago and sealed. So no water, evidence of water coming through here anyway. So this is all dry. It's just the rear end. So over and out.